So, good morning, everybody. I guess that you all can hear me. So, I think that we're going to start after these few minutes. Uh, so, first of all, know that this session will be recorded, and so if you are connected to the session, your name and ID, the session will be visible to the rest of participants. And if you turn on your camera or your audio, this will be recorded. Meanwhile, the presentation. The recording actually will last only for my presentation, not for the questions part. Because you can talk. And the recording will be posted in the website of the Telecom School to disseminate the contents for people who cannot attend. So my name is Xavier Aragonés. I'm professor here in UPC, and actually I'm the head of studies of this master. And I will conduct this presentation together with Sonia Salades, from the administrative sessions of the Telecom School here at UPC. So some general data about the master. This is the master's degree in semiconductor engineering and microelectronic design. It's a 60 CTS master, so it means that you should complete it 1 year full time. Actually, there is an option to do it part time, and then it would take about 2 years to complete it. The master is presential, so you're supposed to attend all the classes, all the courses, not online. And all courses will be taught in English. It's a new master, relatively new. Actually, this course, 24-25, you are running the first edition. So if you enroll for or ask for admissions for the next year, you will be in the second promotion of students of this master. And this is an official master degree. Means that the course program of studies has been approved by the Spanish Ministry of Universities, that verifies the quality of the program. Also, this enables some professional competencies. This is usually not important, but you will have international recognition, so this is equivalent to other masters throughout Europe, and then this also gives you access to PhD studies, if actually you fulfill the conditions for that, having completed 300 ECTS of bachelor plus master degrees. And this master is offered with 2 specialties that you can choose. Later I will talk about that. Either semiconductor engineering, manufacturing of semiconductors, or more microelectronic design, chip design. So we have these 2 branches. And it's an inter-university master. So it's a pretty exceptional. Usually you have your university delivering one master. This master is a collaboration from 5 institutions. 4 universities, 3 of them the largest universities here in Barcelona, UPC, UAB, and UB, another university in Tarragona, Universitat Rovira i Virgili, and a research center, which is the National Center of Microelectronic, CNM. While we have 5 institutions participating, the academic management, and the administration is run here at UPC in the Telecom School. So, why this master in semiconductors and microelectronics? So, in other words, why you would be interested in enrolling a master in semiconductors and microelectronics? So, let me elaborate a little bit about that. First, an obvious thing, an obvious observation: IC technologies, information and communication technologies have changed our lives. You can believe that, just as your parents. In the last 20 years, we have been a revolution. Internet has appeared, mobile phones has appeared. It doesn't exist like 20 years ago. Now we cannot live without that. Here you have a plot how the number of subscriptions of mobiles, internet has growing dramatically over the last years. This is a reality. Actually, we have now that ICT technologies are everywhere. Even your washing machine or your dishwasher at home has a lot of sensors and has processing that takes decision on the amount of water needed or the time of your washing. Okay? So all trivial instruments all have complex electronics behind. Okay? And this will further change. Okay? So now we are starting the area of the Internet of Things, okay? And further beyond the artificial intelligence, AI, okay, which will revolutionize our lives in the future. That's for sure, and this is just starting. Okay? The thing is that in all these revolutions that we are seeing, okay, what is behind this revolution is the evolution of the hardware. Okay? Semiconductors technologies are the enabled for these new applications that are transforming our lives. Okay? Just look at this circuit. Okay? This circuit is the first processor from Intel, okay? Launched in 1975. Okay? It contained about 2,000 transistors and was implemented in a 10 micron technology. Okay? Well, imagine implementing the mobile phones, the computers that we have today with this technology. That would be impossible. Okay, so along years from these starting circuits, okay, the technology, the semiconductors, the chip has evolved, have improved performance, and this has enabled progressively PCs, the internet, mobile phones, Wi-Fi's, wireless LAN communications, okay, and arriving today, okay, this chip was launched just a few months ago. NVIDIA Blackwell is a chip specially designed for generative artificial intelligence. It contains more than 200,000 million transistors, or 200 American billion transistors, and implemented in a 4 nanometer technology. So this points to the first reason why you would like to engage a master in semiconductors. Okay? You would work designing the technologies, okay, that will enable future applications. You will work in the high tech, okay, that is transforming our lives. Note these numbers, okay, about the technology. Okay. This chip on the left was manufactured in 10 micron technology. Okay. Currently, 4 nanometer technology. There is a factor of more than 2,000 between these technologies. Okay. This technology refers to the minimum feature size, the minimum resolution, the minimum dimension that you can implement in a integrated circuit. Okay. You can, in 1970s, you could not design and implement things smaller than 10 micrometers. Now you can do things as small as 4 nanometers. Okay, and this evolution is plotted in this graph. Okay, the miniaturization of chips, of components, of most transistors has enabled faster circuits, faster computations, more operations per second, okay, but also more chips, more complex performance in just one chip. Okay. So this has enabled Moore's law. Okay. But now, this evolution, this trend has facing formidable challenges. Okay. At the end, devices are now so small that they are facing physical limits and basically cannot be made smaller. Okay. So one basic challenge is how continue with the trend. Okay. How improve performance, how make more complex circuits, okay, and continue this evolution if you cannot make smaller devices. Okay, so you have to find alternatives. You have to investigate alternatives. Okay. Other challenges are, I don't know, maybe related to energy dissipation. Okay, today processors spend more energy moving data from one place to another, from computation to memory and back, okay, rather than simply making operations, okay, and that doesn't make sense, okay, and it's not sustainable, okay. And in a larger perspective, okay, the amount of energy, the amount of power that is being used to supply all these electronic devices, okay, is growing dramatically, okay. And you have this plot here that says that within 5 years, about 20% of the global energy demand of the world, okay, will be used just in ICT systems, okay, in data centers, etc., etc. Okay? The rest, industry, transportation, planes, cars, etc., 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 is 80%. Okay, and of course, once again, this is not sustainable. Okay, we cannot continue this trend. We have to find ways to stop this trend. Okay, and limit it. Okay, and not only that. Okay, manufacturing also has sustainability problems. Okay, you consume a lot of energy, you consume a lot of water. Okay, you emit gases. Okay, so you have to find solutions for that. Okay, all this falls in the realm of research, of investigation. So a second reason why you may be interested to take a master degree in semiconductors is to do research on this field. Okay, the entry point for research, okay, to investigate new solutions, to expand the state of the art of knowledge, okay, would be to start a master degree and then probably a PhD if you want to continue in this line. Okay. But even if you don't like research and you want to be a bit more pragmatic, I would say that there is a third reason why there is a big interest in semiconductors and microelectronics today. Okay? In this evolution from all technologies, 3 micron node, like you have in the left of the plot, to current state of the art, phenomena or something that has happened, which is that the industry has become more and more selective. Basically, to go from old technologies to new technologies, the knowledge required has been higher and higher. Okay? This implied more economic investment. Okay? And this has produced that the number of industries that have been able to follow this trend, this pace, has been reduced. Okay? And today, actually, there are only 3 big companies, okay, that can manufacture integrated circuits in these latest technologies, 3 nanometers, 4, 5 nanometer technologies. Okay? The thing is that the main producers, okay, of these 3 companies, the main producers in terms of volumes, okay, are companies located in Taiwan, Korea, and even if we expand, other companies are located in China. Okay? And then Western countries has realized that this is a big mistake. Okay, you have a big value chain. Okay, on the basis of that value chain, you have semiconductors, you have chips. Okay, but these chips are manufactured in East Asia. Okay, so if for whatever reason, okay, these companies stop providing chips to Western countries, to Europe, to America, okay, all that value chain would collapse. Okay, and all the economy would collapse. So that's a risk that cannot be admitted. Okay. So then Western countries have started to take actions to revert that. Okay. Starting with America in 2022, America delivered this CHIPS Act, okay, with a program with lots of investment to attract semiconductor industry to USA, and actually there are a number of fabs now being built in America. Okay. 1 year later in Europe, there was a European CHIPS Act, okay, once again with a large investment program, okay, in semiconductors, in design, in academics also. Okay. In Spain, we have the PERTE chips, okay, which once again it's an investment program, more than 2,000 million euros, okay, spent in this program, okay, to attract industry, to promote formation, academics in this field. Okay, and in Catalonia also, semiconductors is one of the main strategic lines for the defined that. Okay. The result of all this investment, huge amount of money, okay, is to attract industry in specific places in Europe where you already had semiconductor industry, or you have academics or research centers related to microelectronics, semiconductors. Okay, they are attracting companies, okay, and creating an ecosystem around those places. Okay? And this is happening in Barcelona. Okay? In Barcelona, besides the universities that are promoting this master, we have the Barcelona Supercomputing Center, a very prestigious research center on computation and processor design, actually. Okay? We have the CNM, Bellaterra, with the longest tradition on IC design, and also we have a wide room for IC, for semiconductor manufacturing. Okay? Institute Català of Nanociencia, okay? And not exactly semiconductor, but we also have the ICFO, Institute of Research on Photonics, okay? Which among different research lines, they have important activity in the silicon photonics, or photonics chips, okay? And also on quantum computation, okay? And these are actually alternatives, okay, to computation with the conventional paradigm used in the actual chips. Okay? So around these research centers, okay, there are starting to come multinational companies, okay, like Qualcomm, Cisco, and appearing startups, okay, or other companies, okay, that work on the different aspects related to semiconductors. Some of them manufacturing, some of them design of processors, some of them sensors and analog circuits related to that. Okay? So there is a growing activity in this field. Okay? Actually, not only in Barcelona, this also happens in many places in Europe. Okay? So it's a good moment, okay, to enter into this field. Okay? There is a huge demand of engineers in semiconductors, in IC design. Okay? So this is an excellent professional opportunity. Yeah. The academic profile that these companies need is not just a bachelor. Okay? They need something with an advanced formation, and this advanced formation is enabled with master's degree. And some companies also require PhDs. Okay? And not only the degree, you have to have a good academic competence. You need to be a good professional, okay, and know what you're talking about, what you understand things. Okay? The employability rate then is expected to be large. Of course, we don't have numbers for this master, but for electronic engineering, actually the employability rate is close to 100%. Okay? So in this master, for sure, it not will be less than that. And actually, in the current promotion of students, there are already companies knocking our doors, okay, asking for students. Okay? And you're expected to have high wages. Okay? For sure, the average wage of a master of a worker, of an employee having a master's degree is way larger than an employee having just a bachelor degree. So about academics, okay? As I said, the master contains two branches. This is something that you have to select at the moment of admission. Okay, I want to follow the branch on semiconductor manufacturing, or I want to follow the branch on electronic design. Okay, and then the 60 CTS, the 60 credits of the master are divided in the following way. Okay, 20 credits are compulsory. Okay, and in these compulsory credits, you will have one basic course on fundamentals of IC manufacturing and another basic course of fundamentals of IC design. Okay, so whatever the branch you take, you will be exposed to knowledge of both aspects. Okay, today, if you design ICs, you must know technologies, okay, and you must know how these circuits will be implemented, okay, because the way you design is related to the implementation. Again, there are a number of phenomena that you cannot ignore when you design, okay, and the other way around. Okay, if you are working on manufacturing, if you are designing devices or manufacturing processes, okay, you cannot ignore the way that circuits will be designed. Okay, so you have to know basics, fundamentals on both things. Okay, so these will be delivered in these two fundamental courses. Besides, there is a course on entrepreneurship, innovation, and leadership, and some seminars I will talk about. Okay? After these compulsory credits, okay, you will have 30 credits, okay, specific to the specialty that you take. And actually, of these 30 credits, okay, 18 are compulsory. Okay, so if you take Microelectronic design says something, there are 3 courses that you mandatory must take. Okay, and for the other branch, there are 3 different courses. Okay, and then after that, you can choose a number of electives. Okay, 3 courses from a catalog of, now I think that there are 6 electives for each branch. Okay, and the master ends with a master thesis, okay, which in this case is 10 credits. So then the the curricula for the microelectronic design specialty will be as shown here. Okay? On top you have the compulsory credits courses that I mentioned. Okay? Compulsory for the branch, there is a course on analog IC design, another on system on chip design and verification, okay, which is more on high-level descriptions of digital systems, okay, and another on integrated circuits physical design, okay, again related to digital circuits, but more related to the physical implementations, how to go for a HDL description language to a physical implementation to the layout, okay. And elective courses, you see that you have 6 available. Okay, actually, this may change in the future. You can add or subtract some of them. Okay, but now we have a course on RFIC design, on secure systems, okay, robust against attacks, malware. Okay, advanced IP core design, digital IC core, IP core design, okay, mixed signal IPs, power management in ASICs, and integrated sensors. Okay. And for the manufacturing branch, okay, so the first row of courses is common. The compulsory courses would be one on semiconductor facility and manufacturing, another core packaging, characterization, and reliability, another on devices, okay, semiconductor devices. Okay. And elective courses, one course on flexible printed electronics, another on integrated photonics, microsensors, power devices and systems, emerging technologies that are candidates to replace CMOS, as I said, beyond the current technology nodes, okay, and characterization of material and devices. Okay. And these courses, okay, are programmed through the year as shown here. Okay. The course starts mid-semester, okay, and at the beginning, the student focuses on taking the 2 compulsory courses from design and for manufacturing. Okay. These courses take 2 months. Okay. So these courses end by the end of October. Okay. Then starting end of October, 1st of November, okay, you would start the compulsory courses for the branch, for your branch, okay, either design or manufacturing, okay, and these courses would last until the Christmas break. And after the Christmas break, you would have the exams, okay, for these for these last courses, okay. That would end in end of January, and then you would register for the courses in the second semester, which would be the elective courses, okay, the compulsory course on innovation and leadership, entrepreneurship. Okay. These mandatory courses would last until end of May approximately, and then you would focus on the master thesis. Okay, in between you would have to do the exams, of course. Okay, but the idea is that during May, June, July, you work intensively on your master thesis and defend the thesis by the end of July. Okay. Now, about the fact that it's inter-university, okay, as I said, there are 4 universities participating in this master. Okay, the 3 largest universities in Barcelona, UPC, UAB, and UAB. Okay, these are among the 6 largest or top universities in the rankings on electronic and electrical engineering in Spain. Okay, so they are the top universities in this specialty. Okay. In all these universities, you have research teams, you have people specialized on different aspects of semiconductors, devices, characterization, manufacturing, digital design, analog design, etc., etc. Okay. And the idea of making this master into university is to collect the best expertise of this institution to teach in this master. Okay. You have the best specialties in this area. Okay, so you don't have just 1 professor or 2 professors in each courses. Okay, typically you have 4 or 5 different professors. Okay, teaching each professor its own specialty. So you have the best specialties in the area. Okay, actually now there are more than 70 professors delivering courses. Okay, and now there are just 30 students. Okay, so the ratio between professors and students is is large, and this is the area to have the best specialties teaching. Okay, the same for the participation of the CNM. Okay, they will support the best specialties in the different areas. Okay, the master has a high experimental content. Okay, 90% of the courses contain labs. Okay, actually, one of the courses that doesn't contain is the course on leadership and entrepreneurship. Okay, and I think there is only one other course that doesn't have labs. The rest of all of them have labs with different duration, but the total duration of labs in the master is about more than 1/3, about 35% of total hours. Okay, in the labs we'll use the top tools to professional tools that are used for AC design or for process simulation or for device simulation, TCAD tools from Synopsys, Cadence, IC design tools from Cadence, from Siemens, from Intel, etc., etc. And a distinctive feature, okay, you will have access to the clean rooms used for manufacturing that exist here at UPC and in the CNM. Okay, these clean rooms are used conventionally for research. Okay, these are not the only clean rooms that exist in Queens. Okay, but usually these clean rooms are reserved for research purposes, for research projects, or even in some cases for production. Okay, but it is very rare that they are accessed by students in their academics programs. Okay, and in this master you will have access to do labs, to do practices, to manufacture circuits or devices. Okay, in these clean rooms. Okay. Where you will do the courses, okay, that's a practical issue. We have 5 institutions, okay, so this means that you have to go to 5 places. No, the courses are concentrated into campus. Okay, one is in UPC in Barcelona, in the campus north, and the other campus is in UAB in Bellaterra, which is in the outskirts of Barcelona. Okay, so by car you have 25 minutes from one place to the other. Okay. By public transportation, you have a bit more than 1 hour. There is a train that connects both both locations. Okay, but the program of classes is timetables are designed such that you only have to go to one campus every day. Okay, so you would not have, let's say, one class in Barcelona early afternoon, and then you have to go another place. This will not happen. Okay. All classes, by the way, are done in the afternoon. The master has a high implementation of private companies. Okay, to start with, there is an advisory board that takes care of promoting and supporting the master, doing academic advisory, etc., etc. And this advisory board has a high participation of companies. Actually, there are these 4 companies: Cisco, Marvell, Ideadit, and Imacenic, currently involved in this advisory board, besides representatives of the Catalan government. Okay. Besides this participation in the advisory boards, we invite companies to deliver seminars on specific topics complementary to the different courses that are delivered in the master's. Okay. Actually, these seminars are mandatory. Okay? So actually, within 2 weeks, we have one seminar now delivered at UAB by Neuron IP, okay, which is a new company now established in Barcelona. And in September, we are programming also a number of seminars by these companies. Okay? We will have the opportunity to visit sites of these components, of these companies. Okay? And they will be involved also in offering master theses and internships. Okay? You'll have the option to do internships already in the second semester, during the mornings, for example, but the moment you start the master thesis, you can do the master thesis in the companies, also as a curricular internship. Okay? This is the academic commission that rules the academic contents of the masters with representatives of the 5 institutions. Okay? For UPC, you see that you have 2 people. Antonio Rubio, Professor Antonio Rubio, was the responsible actually for the UPC representation and in the last years, but now he's residing, so in the future he will retire and the head of studies will be just one person. And about admission, you need a bachelor degree in electronic engineering or related areas. Okay? The idea is that you have completed at least 30 credits of courses on electronics, devices, circuit analysis, and all digital electronics. Okay? You're also required to have a B2 level of English. Okay? And then you have a deadline to apply for this master. Then the academic commission collects all the applications and orders the different applications according to the incoming profile, to the bachelor grades and CV. Okay? And the expected profile is a Bachelor of Electronic Engineering or other related bachelors with some contents of electronics. Okay? Industrial engineering, telecom engineering, physics, physics engineering, also computer science and nanoscience. Okay? But it is important that you have some fundamentals, some basics, have taken some fundamentals of electronics. Okay? At the end, if this is a master of microelectronics, it is supposed that you already know about electronics. Okay, it doesn't make sense that you want to start this master degree if, let's say, if your bachelor is, I don't know, biomedics. So it is supposed that you know basics about electronic components, transistors, diodes, passive components, basics on semiconductors, basics on the MOSFET transistor. At the end, in microelectronics today, the main technology is CMOS. Okay? So you have to dominate the MOSFET transistor, and of course you will have you'll be taught about MOSFETs in the master, but at least identify the basic structure, the basic terminals, the basic behavior of the MOSFET. You have to have an intuition of that on some basics. Okay, know about circuit analysis. Okay, in the time domain, in DC, but also in the transform domain, in the Laplace domain, and to be able to obtain represent the frequency response of a given system, represent the body diagram or the diagram. You have to know what's that. Okay? Concepts about incremental or small signal circuit analysis. Okay? Operational amplifiers, at least the ideal expected behavior. Okay? Basics on combinational, sequential digital circuits, combinational gates. Okay? So at least some basic ideas on what's that. Okay, you cannot be just an ignorant and go to master course and just happen that you don't know what they are talking about. Okay? And that's it. Okay? Here you have the web page of the master. Also complementary information, you can find it in the web page of the Telecom School. We have the links. Okay? So that's all on my side. Okay, so I think that I can let Sonia Celades talk.
If you want, I can just extend. Thank you, Xavier, for this interesting, Professor Xavier, for this interesting presentation. What I should recommend you, or whatever, is that now I will just briefly present how very briefly you can follow the steps so you can satisfactorily pre-enroll in this master degree. And then later, when I finish, we will open either the chat, those of you who are online or in the room, for solve any of your questions. If you can help me. No, hasta baix, hasta baix. Sí, sí, hasta baix. Sí. Just a moment. Okay, so this presentation will be sent to you. So either the ones who are in the room, if you have been registered and you have informed us about your email address, we are going to send both presentations to you, so you have all the information available. And as you can see, all those which are in blue are direct links, so you can get the information as soon as you need it. So don't worry about that, okay? So first of all the students, either if you are from the UPC or not, should do the pre-enrollment through a site, okay? Which is not eSecretaria, so it's a different site, okay? So here you have a tutorial and also you have some video explanation about how to follow this presentation, okay? Okay, sorry. Okay, so here you have the links. And about the pre-enrollment, this master degree has only access in September, so it's not possible to start now in February. So you need to wait until March, probably March 3rd will be when we will have already all the information available, and you could be able to pre-enroll. And then, okay, sorry, just a moment, just a moment. Just a moment for this technical thing. ¿Y si vas a toda la pantalla? No, no sé, no sé. ¿Sí? Sorry for that. Okay, thank you, Xavier. So the thing is, on March 3rd, we'll be opening the pre-enrollment site, and usually it would be open until mid-June. So either you can wait until June, please. We strongly recommend you not to wait at the end of the deadlines, because usually you will have to follow some steps, and if some information is missing, we need to have time in order to solve all these little problems that you may have. Okay, so usually we are going to open them on March, and the admission resolution official one will be published by July. And then usually, since the lessons or the academic course start in September, here you have also the links of the academic calendars, and so you will see that the pre-enrollment and the enrollment to the courses will be the first week of September. Okay? Uh, so the steps in order to pre-enroll, as I tell you, you need to go through this pre-enrollment site. Is very logical and easy. Of course, you need to provide your ID and your information. And the most important thing is that you correctly specify which is your bachelor degree, the one that gives you access to the master degree. If this information is not all correct and all set, you cannot continue with the procedure. And then once this is done, you need to upload some documents. If it really depends on where did you earn your bachelor degree. So if you are from the UPC, of course, all the academic details, we already have them. So it's not necessary for you to upload anything. We just ask you to enroll a curriculum vitae, because this is very important for the admission committee to know about your background, your interest. So this is very important. And also the English certificate, at least the first or B2 level, which really assures that you can follow the master degree, which is all taught in English, okay? So for the students from the UPC, it's really easy, just upload these two documents. If you are from another public university of Spain, of course, then we need to know about your academic details. So you need to upload the transcript of records and bachelor diploma. Of course, we understand that most of you will be finishing the bachelor degree while you are trying to do the pre-enrollment. So you are not finished, so you cannot send us, of course, the diploma. But what we really need is to have the most updated transcript of records, because the admission committee is very important for them to know which are the elective subjects you have been taking in your bachelor, so they know about your background better, so they can assign you a better tutor and recommend some enrollment subjects or whatever. So it's very important. So at the beginning of the procedure, of course, you don't have to send the official one, which have a cost for you, but at least the most updated one from your site. And then when you enroll, of course, then in September, we need to have your bachelor diploma and your transcript that prove that you have finished correctly your bachelor degree. But not now. At the beginning, it's not that important. And those of you coming from abroad, of course, we also need your passport. We need your English certificate in all the cases, curriculum vitae, and the transcript and the diploma should be translated in English or Spanish, and also have to be legalized. This is very important, okay? And then it's very useful for the admission committee, depends on which university you come from, to have the official equivalences of the rating systems, and also a subject or a link or whatever that they can access to the syllabus of the bachelor degree, so they can also see exactly which is your background. This is very important. And all these documents need to be with some kinds of verification. So they need to have a digitally signature so we can prove that they are correct. Otherwise, when you come in September, if admitted, you will have to come in person and show us all the documents, original documents. So it's very important that if you have to request to your university some documents, ask them already for a verification code, okay? So once you have uploaded everything, sorry, first of all, I want to present Alejandro, who is in the chat now. He is also helping us with all the admission procedures. So if you have any question, either Alejandro or myself will be able to help you. And then once Alejandro and I, we verify that you have uploaded all the documents, we validate your request, and then you will have, first of all, to pay 30 euros for each master degree you request in the UPC. Sometimes, or some of you ask for several master's degree. For each master degree you ask admission for, you need to pay 30 euros, okay? Once this is confirmed, then you can always check the status of your application, either received, validated, admitted, whatever. And also, if there is any movement in your pre-enrollment site, you will receive an email saying that you have been validated or admitted, whatever. So let's hope that during this procedure, of course, we can help you either with this informative session. This is the telephone number. You can contact us by email, in person. And during the enrollment day, we also have a chat available for you, okay? Now let's hope that you are a good candidate and you have been accepted. So you will receive this confirmation and then you will have actively to accept this place. Once you do that, we will give you access to the e-Secretaría, which is the platform that you will have all the information as a student of the UPC. Once there, you will see that there will be generated a fee of 300 euros of advance payment of the enrollment fees. This means that once you admit that and receive this payment, you have 5 days to pay this. And then when you enroll in September, these 300 euros will be deducted, okay? So it's nothing surcharge, but it's something just as an advance. And this is mandatory if you request us an admission letter. So if for your visa procedures or whatever, you need an admission letter, you should know that only when we have the confirmation of these 300 euros correctly paid, you will have this admission letter. And it's very important to know this if you need a visa, and so that, as you can see, there are many steps you have to be passed until you receive the admission letter. So be aware of that, okay? And those of you who are from here and you have been already becados por el Ministerio de Educación, you should know that this is an official master degree, so you can continue to have the beca of the Ministerio de Educación. And then usually what happens is that even if you don't know for sure if you are admitted or not, the deadline to request the beca, it's already passed. So you have to ask for the beca anyway. And then once you have admission, then you can. But it's very important for you because if you wait to know the admission, then this deadline will be over. So be aware of that. And those students coming from abroad, you should know that there are no grants for you. So if you really need assistance in these matters, you will have to be granted from your own country. But here there is no possibility to have a grant, okay, coming from abroad. And here is just a brief information about how to contact us if you need anything from us, and Secretaría, Masters, as I tell you earlier, and also mobility and internships as well. And now I really pass the ground back to Javier, and we open also the chat or the people here in the room. If you have any questions, please do it through the micro so the ones who are connected, they can also hear any questions. Okay, thank you for your attention.
So we have people here in the room, we have people connected. Yeah. I don't know how to proceed.
Do you have any questions in the room? Just a moment. I will ask to finish the
Yeah, they will stop the recording.
So just my question is that the